Today we're going to be comparing the cameras on the Pixel 6 Pro versus the Pixel 7 Pro. Alright, let's do a quick mic test. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is what it sounds like on a Pixel 6 Pro. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is what it sounds like on a 7 Pro. So right now I am still using the microphone off of the 7 Pro because speech enhancement on is actually pretty good from my impressions. And another improvement is that I can actually use it with the back camera versus the 6 Pro. It's only usable on the front camera. And this is how it would sound like without using speech enhancement on, since it's not possible with the 6 Pro with the back camera. Right now I'm heading into the city to meet up with a friend from my hometown. So we're gonna eat some ramen and I think pretty much drink right after that until he needs to go. So it's gonna be a pretty chill day, and as you can hear, the construction is right next to me. But yeah, chill day, and we're just gonna hang out and just take some samples around New York City.
As you may notice, the ultra wide on the 7 Pro is wider, which is something that I really wanted from the 6 Pro, so it's finally here. In the past ultra wides, it doesn't feel like much of a big difference switching from ultra wide to wide. Now with the 7 Pro, it finally feels like it's a significant jump. And even with the newest Pixel, it still have trouble trying to get clean shadows for video. And of course, if you're shooting it in low light, that's not going to be any better. So I think this should be the main focus on what should be fixed on the next Pixel. And for pictures, it's going to be much cleaner, but of course, there's going to be some noise in a lot of these dark photos. From my experience with a lot of Pixel phones, they are pretty aggressive with the white balancing, and as you can tell, it's just switching back and forth between trying to make things look white and trying to be more realistic. So when I was taking pictures, the Pixel 6 was too yellow and the 7 was white, and it was just going back and forth. But I managed to take the same photo with the same white balancing, but realistically to the eye, it's yellow in that environment. If you want the best looking image, then stick with the main wide camera. Both of them look really good, and honestly, looking at these two pictures side by side and even video, they are mainly identical.
Okay, so one thing's pretty annoying is that if you want to zoom in more than 4x on a Pixel 6 Pro, you have to push up or swipe up and then you can get to the scroller to get to 20x, which is kind of annoying and pretty much like a two-step process. So it's not as quick as you want it to be, versus the Pixel 7 Pro where you can swipe left and right to get to the certain step you want to get or certain zoom you want to get. So it is more convenient in a way. And of course you do have the 5x, which is wider, and the 5x, which you can zoom in more. So it's a nice zoom in step from 2x to 5x instead of the 4x on the Pixel 6 Pro.
For the telephoto experience, it's just nice to have that longer reach like I said, so I do prefer the 5x over the 4, but if I zoom in all the way to 30x, I do think the Pixel 6 Pro does look cleaner on a 20x. But it really depends on what zoom you like. Some people do want to max out that 30x, but to me, I barely even go past 5 or even 10, so I feel like this is just like an extra thing for me where if I want to see something across the street and I can't see it with my own eyes. For the 2x, I feel like they're really identical. If there is a difference, I feel like that just have to do something with the camera software. Now for the Instagram camera app, when I'm zooming in and out, you can actually see the jump on the Pixel 7 Pro from wide to the telephoto. And if you do end up saving the picture to your camera roll, usually the beginning of the clip is pretty pixelated. On the Pixels, they don't really happen as often or as bad as Samsung phones. So the Instagram camera experience is one of the better ones on Androids. For the most part, looking at these images from the Instagram camera app, they both look so similar. There may be some saturation differences, but most of the time they look identical. This is just a quick example of how pixelated it looks like for the first few seconds, so I would recommend to pre-record a little bit if you do plan on saving your videos. Next up is a new cinematic mode on a Pixel 7. Pixel 6 doesn't have this, and of course you can see the difference here with the blurry background. I feel like this is just an extra mode that people can use, but I don't know how often they would use it. Next up is Porch Mode, and I would recommend to stay on 1x, not 2x, because it doesn't look that great. In terms of the quality, I feel like they're very similar. You will see some differences in terms of the color and white balancing here and there, but again, I feel like that's just a software thing. Now, even though they both have telephoto lenses, I don't know why they wouldn't use that lens for the 2x, because a lot of other phones do, and it looks so much better. I feel like if you do upgrade from the 6 Pro to the 7 Pro, you won't notice a big quality change, but you do get little upgrades from the cinematic mode, the wider ultra wide, and the longer reach to 30x. Now, if you are a vlogger and you vlog on your Pixel 6 a lot, then the speech enhancement on the 7 with the back camera is probably going to be the biggest game changer for you. So let me know your thoughts and if you think it's worth upgrading from the 6 to the 7. If you're interested to see how the Pixel 7 Pro's camera can compare to the Samsung S22 Plus cameras, I have the video up on the screen right now, so go ahead and check that out and I'll see you there.